Minnesota Timberwolves completely exposed Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. They won game three, 113-96. And this is probably Nikola Jokic's worst game ever, especially in the playoffs. Now, he had 27 points, right? Now, you would say, oh, Days, how did Nikola Jokic have his worst game ever when he had almost 30 points? Because he was completely inefficient. He was 7 for 26. He was 2 for 10 from the three. The best thing he did last night was he had 15 rebounds. But after the Timberwolves won game two before last night, right before game three last night, Jaden McDaniels came out and he crashed out and said that the Denver Nuggets, their defense is trash. He called out players by name, bro. He name dropped Aaron Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Tim Hardaway Jr. He called people by name, Jokic, and said they can't play defense. Not only can they not play defense, but they can't guard the paint. All we got to do to beat the Denver Nuggets is just go straight to the paint because we're the more athletic team. And that is exactly what they did last night. But we got to give some props and respect to Robert Gobert because he did a great job defending Nikola Jokic last night when it mattered the most, bro. He made Nikola Jokic extremely uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And listen, for years we've been saying that Rudy Gobert, who's a multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year, we call him soft, right? Like when it matters the most, we say that, he folds, he's soft, he doesn't really play aggressive, but he made an assertive effort to make Nikola Jokic uncomfortable last night, man. He did a great job. Also, shout out to Highland, you know what I'm saying? He came off the bench and crossed somebody up and knocked down the three, you know what I'm saying? But Anthony Edwards didn't even have a good game last night, guys. If Anthony Edwards only had 17 points last night and he was 2 for 8 from the three, he had an inefficient game last night, and his team blew out the Denver Nuggets, what's going to happen when Ant-Man drops 30 in game 4? Because we know Ant-Man is not going to have a back-to-back bad game. That's just not going to happen, okay? Jaden McDaniels, he basically led the team to victory. He had 20 points. Julius Randle had 15 points. And what I like about the Timberwolves is they were putting multiple defenders on Nikola Jokic. Sometimes Julius Randle was the one that was guarding Nikola Jokic, and then sometimes Rudy Gobert was the one guarding Nikola Jokic. So they were switching defenders on Nikola Jokic, right? And the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're a very tall team. They got players that are tall, got long arms, pause. And they already beat the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs before. 2 years ago, remember, they sent Denver home 2 years ago. I believe it was in game 7. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But they sent Denver home and they went to the Western Conference Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, these two teams, they've played each other so many times. They know each other very well. And the Timberwolves know that they can beat the Denver Nuggets. Now, I'm going to be honest. Aaron Gordon did not play last night, so that definitely matters. Aaron Gordon is definitely one of their best players. He's also, I think he's a pretty decent defender. So that definitely contributes to why they lost. But listen, I'm expecting Denver to go home and put up a fight. Let me see if game 4 is in Denver, because if game 4 is in Denver, I'm expecting the Denver Nuggets to definitely bounce back. But then I think that Minnesota's going to steal game 5. So let me see where the next game is. Let me see. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, so game 4 is actually going to be in Minnesota. Guys, this series might be over. This series is over. I'm going to go ahead and say it. This series is over, bruh. I'm expecting Minnesota to take a 3-1 lead, game 4 in Minnesota, and then I think Denver's going to win game 5, and I think Minnesota's going to close it out in game 6. But it's not looking good at all for the Denver Nuggets, man. It is not looking good at all. Jamal Murray, you can't be scoring 16 points, bruh. Why is it that every time the Nuggets play the Lakers, Jamal Murray is looking like Michael Jordan? But when he plays other teams, you don't see that same confidence and aggression that you see. Jamal Murray, you had 16 points, You shot 5 3-pointers, you didn't make none of them, bro. You shot 5 3-pointers, you didn't make one of them, bro. That's just completely unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? So I think this series is over, man. Ant-Man, I got Ant-Man dropping 28, either 28 or 30 points in next game in Minnesota. I think they're going to take the 3-1 lead. And listen, we got to start having a serious conversation about Nikola Jokic, because Nikola Jokic is the reason why Mike Malone got fired. You know, he was very vocal to the organization about he didn't get along with Mike Malone. And Mike Malone is the reason why they won a championship. So now that Mike Malone is gone and they got a new head coach, and it seems like this new head coach is soft and right. It seems like Nikola Jokic is more of the coach than the damn coach is, right? Nikola Jokic is the one that's always vocal. And also, why does everybody talk about SGA being a foul baiter, Luka Doncic being a foul baiter, but Nikola Jokic is one of the biggest foul baiters in the NBA, bro? Every play he's crying and complaining. And last night proved, bro, when he's not getting a whole bunch of foul calls, when he's crying and when that doesn't work with the refs, Nikola Jokic, bro, looks very bland, bro. Now he's still definitely one of the best scorers in the NBA. Some would say number one, right? Definitely top 3. But when he's not getting those foul calls and when he's not getting away with, because he does a lot of dirty plays on defense as well. There's so many times I see Nikola Jokic put his entire body weight on a defender and just push him on the ground, and the refs don't call any fouls for it. But like, bruh, he got exposed last night, and teams are gonna watch this game last night and they're gonna say, this is how you defend the Denver Nuggets. This is how you stop Nikola Jokic. You're not gonna stop Nikola Jokic from scoring 20 to 30 points, but you can make him have an inefficient game. And that's exactly what the Timberwolves did last night, man. So listen, bro, if Minnesota gets past Denver, we got to start having serious conversations about Ant Edwards being one of the best players in the NBA. Because, bro, Nikola Jokic is what, a 3-4-time MVP. He's an NBA champion. And Anthony Edwards and his squad, man, they've proven that they probably the most slept on team in the Western Conference. And a lot of that has to do with them just not being consistent in the regular season. But when it matters the most in the playoffs, they show up. So with that being said, it's your boy Days. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out.